So I haven't really got much to talk about since I do want to talk about Bleach, but that I'd only talk about the manga since I'm getting closer to finishing the Blood War. I'm really close now. I'm up to volume 71. I believe there's 74 volumes in all. And I think volume 74 is likely just going to be like a wrap up one. Not all of it, likely the last few chapters. So since I'm going to hold off on Bleach, let's talk about something else. It's going to be somewhat kind of related-ish. It's about building a moment. So, in a story, in a book, in a manga, in an anime, in a movie, building a moment is very important because whilst you can have good moments with characters you've just met, think of Benimaru from Fire Force. You just meet him, and yet, like, you just met him that like a couple of episodes ago. Despite just meeting him, you can feel it when he goes. You can feel it the way people trust him, the way he conducts his funeral, when he kills that demon. You can feel it. However, it's easier to feel a moment when you've built up and like a connection with the character, essentially. So, I'll give a few examples for those who only know certain ones. For the first example, I'm thinking Luffy versus... Oh god, what's his name? It's the Panther man. Not Panther, but... he's like a cat. Oh god, I can't believe I forgot his name. You probably know who I'm talking about. The dude who's in CP9, the head dude. Lucci. I'm talking about Lucci. So, the reason that moment is important is because we've built up who the character is over an entire arc. We build up that he is... Well, he's not... He is very obsessed with, not necessarily power, but with his way of justice. However, despite his way of justice, despite following orders and doing as he's told for the sake of justice, you can see throughout the arc he purposefully ignores things that would allow Luffy to find him. He purposefully ignores orders that allows Luffy to find him. When the little girl is following them, he makes no note of it, he doesn't say anything because he knows it will lead Luffy to him. He wants to fight Luffy. So it's scary that he's so confident that he purposefully lets Luffy find him. He purposefully holds back to let Luffy find him. Hold on, look at this. Just give me a moment. Come on, do it. Do it. So you can probably see its teeth through there. I'm pretty sure they breathe, don't they? No breathing? Alrighty. Well, since it's not going to breathe, just going to... You want to get away when it pops out, though, because its grab, if you're anywhere near it, it will just automatically push you into its mouth. It's an awful hitbox. Oh, yeah, I've got to talk about this. You're probably wondering why we look like this instead of what we used to look like. Wow, can't believe I ignored that. And also, I upgraded this a bit. Dark Chime. Well, Idol's Chime. It's just way better. Besides casting speed. The casting speed is lower, but the overall damage is way better. So, the reason we have all this crap on is because I want to bring up a map like it's a different kind of game. Jesus. So, I went back to the gutter because I was certain there was something there if I lit all of the things. And so I went back to the gutter, I explored the rest of it, and I found an area I never go to. I didn't even know it was there. You have to like fall down a bit. It's a one-way trip kind of. Well, not really, because you can go back. It's just a long way round kind of go back. You can't jump back to where you were immediately. You have to go around the entire space. So there were some extra things there. I found an extra chest. Well, I found a couple extra chests, actually. Damn it, I thought I'd survived that. So I found the... So do you know the armor I got when I emptied all of my souls and I talked to that guy when he was sitting on his chair and he gave me the free armor? And it's the one I gave to the fire lady. It's basically... Her version is basically the transparent version of this. Granted, I'm not wearing all of the armor, I don't think. I think I'm missing one. No, I am wearing all of it. It's just better armor for me and it stacks Well, it doesn't stack, it just means I can wear it without being over encumbered. Yeah, see, everything just puts me over encumbered, but this has better defense than what I was wearing. I also got a lance kind of thing from... It was a lance hide knight, which I didn't even know was in the game. High Knight Lance, this thing. He was very scary to deal with. But I got past him. I'm sorry I didn't record all of it. I only expected to just go around areas I'd already been around and light a few bonfires. I didn't expect to find a whole other area. But besides from like going around and checking all that, I didn't do much. Well, I didn't do anything besides going around and checking there. Did take a gander at where I need to find miracles. Well, not miracles, but fire arrows, so I can go down and deal with the rotten finally. And that is why I'm going this way. Since I need to get to the bladesmith, the one who trades in boss souls. I need to get to her to get fire arrows, since she moved from where she was in the Shaded Woods. Anyway, I was talking about moments, building up a moment. So we know who Luffy is, we know how he feels about his crewmates. They are his family, basically, which I wish wasn't the case, since I prefer to think of him getting together with Nami at the end of the series. I hope it happens, but maybe not. A lot of people stick Sanji and Nami together, but after finishing Whole Cake Island, I don't what, did I finish it? Yeah, I finished it. After finishing Whole Cake Island and seeing how him and Pudding get along, I don't think that's the case. I think if Sanji does end up with anyone, it's probably going to be Pudding, which I would very much prefer. So Nami and Luffy have a chance to get together. But I'm getting besides the point. We know how he feels about his crewmates. They're his family, his friends, the people he's grown with, the people he loves, essentially. He loves them like a family. And he would do anything for them. It's why Gear 2 was my favourite of his gears for years. Basically, until Snake Man. Because it shows his commitment to his family, to his crewmates. Gear 2 actively shaved off parts of his life, his lifespan. It got rid of it. Granted, it was only a small amount, I reckon. We never explicitly told how much it takes, but I presume it's just a small amount, but he uses it so often. Granted, after the time skip, he has mastered it, so it no longer takes lifespan from him. It's the same with Gear 3, he's mastered that, so there's no longer any repercussions from it. That doesn't take away from the fact that when he first developed it, I hate this area so much. When he first developed that freaking gear, he knew it took away his life. He knew there was drawbacks. He also knew there was drawbacks to Gear 3. However, Robin was in trouble, and so we knew that Luffy was going to do anything to save her. He did do anything to save her. He put his own life and his own dream, therefore, at risk just to save her. And it's not simply a matter of, oh, we put his life on the line. We know that he was outmatched against Lucci. Like, Lucci destroyed him. Like, he transformed once and blew Luffy away with a punch. And it just also, that simple action goes to show how much he cares about his crew, because he didn't really fight him for a specific reason then. Sure, he was angry that Robin was taken away, but he didn't know that Robin was being forced into doing this. I need to upgrade my health. Jesus. He didn't know Robin was being forced into do that, and he didn't know she was being forced into do it in order to save them. Once he understood that, he fought harder, he fought longer. He essentially forced himself to be stronger. Because it's what he does for his crew. It's what they are his world, essentially. His dream, if they're in danger, his dream is second to him after their safety. You can see that when he goes to Whole Cake Island as well. He is willing to sit there and starve to death if Sanji does not make him food. he sat there and almost starved to death. He fought loads of people, and it's like well known that Luffy just does not fight as well if he's hungry. He actively heals when he eats meat. You can see that in Alabasta. Like, he is straight up pierced through the chest with a hook, and the only thing he asks for is meat. He heals himself with meat, and yet, despite being in loads of battles with Big Mom's crew, which is very strong people, at least several of them are very strong. They were able to knock out and capture Luffy after all. So they are a very strong crew. Yet he fought an army of them without a single meal. And then when he was offered food, he didn't take it. He just went back to where he was supposed to be, where he said he would be for Sanji. Sat there and waited. And sure enough, Sanji turned up, which I'm very happy about. And seeing it now, I do understand why he went with his family, why he had to do that. So I'm not mad at him at all. He had to do it for Zeph, and he had to do it for the crew. He was cautious and he was worried about them. Big Mom is an emperor. He was worried about her influence, her power, which is very understandable. I'm curious what they're going to do with Zeph, since he's betrayed Big Mom at this point. What is she going to do about Zeph? Like, I do think how they went about it is fine, and the reasoning that if they do use this reasoning, it's fine. It's not Sanji's problem, essentially. Like, he cares about his family, but he can't just be tied to them. Whenever they get involved with someone powerful, he can't just have the weakness of them always threatening his family. Because that's what the chefs at the Baratie are. They are his family just as much as the Straw Hats are. He has to understand that he can't just be made useless whenever someone threatens them. So he has to kind of get past that. I'm going off on a tangent again. It's meant to be talking about moments. So the fight with Lucci and Luffy. It's a big moment because we've built up Lucci over the arc, and we know who freaking Luffy is, and we know how far he'll go for his crew. That's why it's such a big moment. It's also a big moment since Luffy, like I said, he would not fall down until Lucci goes down. And sure enough, he did not go down after he stated this. He was close to doing it. He almost did it, and then he held himself up. Even after getting freaking hit with his like 6-finger pistol, which was it like a 6-finger cannon? I think it was 6-finger pistol. I'm not exactly sure, but it was evil. Oh no, I think it was 10-finger cannon. What the movie hit him with was evil. Despite being hit with such a heavy attack, he did not go down. Because he stated he wouldn't, and then you get that scream from him after Usopp tells him that they can all go together, that they've got Robin, that he just needs to beat Lucci and they can all go home together. He screams that he'll do it, that he will, that of course he will beat him. And then sure enough, using Gear 2 Gatling gun, he destroys Lucci. I love that fight so much. That moment of him screaming "I will" to Usopp and then delivering the Gatling jet Gatling. Now, as for other media where it is big, I'm not entirely sure because it's hard to make something that impactful. I think Game of Thrones fumbled the bag a lot with the whole look, I love Arya, but Jon should have been the one to kill the Night King. Like, there should have been a battle that they were building up to it all through the seasons. Like, they were building Jon up, they were tying him in with the White Walkers. The end of the White Walkers should have been Jon essentially dueling the Night King. If that had happened, I would have called that like a really good moment. If Oberyn had beat the Mountain, I would have called that the moment it was building to. Because we built up through the season how much Oberyn hates the Lannisters. We built up why he hates them. It's a very valid reason. Built up why he hates the Mountain. Granted, he did kind of kill the Mountain, so the Mountain's like a zombie. He still lost though, because the Mountain's alive, kind of, and Oberyn is not. It's kind of underwhelming. So it's like the other side of the coin. I'm trying to think of good moments from TV, but it depends on building up your characters and making them essentially larger than life. You understand these characters, you know these characters. You understand who the bad guy is, who the good guy is, who you want to win. Granted, sometimes that can be skewed a bit, which honestly sometimes makes it even better when you don't know who to root for. You just know they're both powerful, they're both amazing, and you're not sure who you want to win. Like, you understand them, you're connected to these characters, and you don't know who to root for. Ah, God, I hate this place. Now there's a chest in the next room, and I need to open it. It makes my skin crawl. I'm trying to think through like different movies and TV shows, like a good moment, but it's hard to put in to make a moment like that. So some of my favorite TV shows are Primeval. They are The Last of Us. They are, oh no, what's it called? Grimm. It's Grimm. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Come on. I really need to get some dark magic, since this one works best with dark apparently. Okay, that's a couple of them dead. Dear Lord. Supernatural. There we go. I can probably find a moment in that. And I think, yeah, sure enough I can. God. God himself. How they defeat God. Granted, I do think I would have preferred it if the brothers had defeated him, but then again, that wouldn't have really... I think it would have been okay, since the show follows just two brothers essentially battling forces they should have no chance against. And sure enough, they come up against loads of forces they have no chance against. Or typically how they shouldn't have any chance against them. Yet, despite this, they still beat them. What's that sound? Yes, I see you up there. Can't remember what's down here. It's a preset. Just roll. Yeah, avoid that. There's a one over here as well. Roll. So there are quite a few different ones you can get from that. Any big series finale, really. And if it's across multiple seasons, even better. So we know who Dean and Sam are because they are built up over several seasons. Even if you're only a few seasons deep. Like, we'll take the first, like, massive, big villain. Which would be, Yellow Eyes. I forgot his actual name. My apologies for that. It's been a while since I've rewatched the show. But take Yellow Eyes. He's built up as the one who killed the brother's mother. The one who killed Mary. And the show starts off because of him. Because their father left because he found a lead on him. So the show kicks off with Dean going to Sam because he needs Sam, because the dad went missing. He's been missing for a while, and Dean's concerned, which naturally, you know, just based on the job they do. So Dean's concerned, so he goes to Sam to ask for help in finding him. And so the first 3 seasons, I think, are built up essentially around this demon. Because I think the 4th season is... yeah, I think season 3 is where Dean goes to hell, like the final. Yeah, so, yeah, because Dean goes to hell because he made a deal for Sam to be brought back to life, because the dude made the camp for all the special kids to fight. So, over 3 seasons at least, he is built up as the one who killed their mother, the one who's been a plague on their life for years because of the fact he killed their mother. They grew up the way they did because of what he did. And so you know who he is, you know who they are, the brothers. And so it's easy to kind of feel the emotions that they felt. And for Dean to be the one to put him down, because Dean loved his mother more than, quite possibly even more than John. Granted, I do think it's very much tied, or that John loved her more. He was married to her, he knew her for years. So I reckon John did love her more. Her death almost broke him, like he says himself. And the reason he can't get them tied up is because their death, the brother's death, his son's death, would break him. And for Dean to be the one to kill him, Yellow Eyes, you can feel it in that moment. You can basically feel the shot. And then, it's not just fights. It's moments outside of fights as well. So when Dean goes back in time, and he meets Yellow Eyes, and he's in the body of Samuel, and you can feel the anger and the joy Dean has when he tells him that I am the one that kills you. I will put a bullet through your brain. I don't think he says put a bullet. He doesn't tell him how he does it. He just says, I am the one that kills you. And he tells him, look into my eyes and see if I am lying. Because he knows the anger he feels towards him. And he knows that it will... Yellow Eyes will feel it. I think this is also expressed greatly during the scene with Mary, when she goes to the bunker and she tells the boys she's been working with the Men of Letters. Specifically, the British Men of Letters, of course, the ones who tortured Sam. Now, personally, my favourite character would be Dean. However, I love Sam in this moment because he sides with Dean rightly, because they tortured him, they burned his feet. Okay, you can't burn someone's feet and expect them to forgive you. Granted, he does kind of forgive them and go with them later on, but I do think they've proved themselves quite a bit later on. Do you have... You've got to have miracles. Just look at you. Yeah, you've got miracles. Ooh! Good miracles. Emit force. I reckon that's just that bit. Blows forward, so I don't think it'll do any damage. This, however... Doesn't sound too great. What is that sorcery? Yeah, intelligence. Crap. What is this exactly? An esoteric spell created by Navalian, the infamous exiled sorcerer, awakens the souls of a long-buried dead, of the long-buried. I mean, I have no idea what it's talking about, but I can probably get my intelligence up to 8 at least to try it. I mean, I'm gonna go full faith. I don't want to go dark, but you never know. Maybe interesting. May like, if it's good, it's like a necromancer kind of thing. I could maybe do a necromancer run at some point. Soul of a Proud Knight. So, the reason like the whole moment with Mary is so important is because, yes, it's important because, yes, Dean has a relationship with her more than Sam does. However, Sam wants a relationship with her. He wants to be close to her. He wants to know her. Especially because I do think she is more like Dean. And so she does want to get to know Sam a bit more. Because she already knows Dean. Granted, it's been years, 30 years. So she doesn't know him as well as she used to. But she does still know him more than Sam, who was a baby at the time. He was 6 months old when she died. So he wants to be close to her. He wants to get to know her because she's his mother. So it's natural. Dark torches. Nice. Jump. Run. Ah, crap. I'm not going to get him on, am I? Oh, no, I am. Awesome. Yet, despite his want to be close to her, want to get to know her, he does side with Dean because Dean's right. Her working with the British Men of Letters is a betrayal of trust. And that I think this is reciprocated across a lot of the people who watch the show, who've watched it from essentially the start all the way to there. She makes the comparison that she can't always be around, that she isn't just a mother, she's just a person as well. She's not just a mother. And she's right. However, what hits more than that comment is what Dean says afterwards, is that yes, she's more than just a mother, and she says that he is not a child, and he tells her that he never was. And it's true, because of her death, because of what happened, he grew up to be a hunter. Granted, I'm not going to say it was her fault. She made a deal at the time to save the one she loved. The brothers have done the same thing. I'm not putting that against her. She made a deal with him, fine with me. Brothers have done the same thing all the time. Giving her special treatment or giving them special treatment would be disingenuous and rude. Oh crap. This is a ledge. Oh, there we go. How do you control the... Are these just corpses? Yeah, they're probably just corpses then. Ah! Oh, Jesus. That was scary. I didn't like that. Why are you there? Oh god, I hate this area. It makes me feel off. See, I'm pretty sure you get what I mean at this point. Moments are important and they are better built when you know the characters. When such characters are built correctly, when you know their story and you're connected to it, because you've been with them for a long time. What the? I killed. How did you hit me when you were dead? I can just go around this way, can't I? I hope so. You gonna drop down for me? Or lower down, that's fine. Doesn't make as much sense, but alright. I didn't even know this was here, to be honest. I don't think I've ever come this way. Discovering new things. You're over there. Southern Ritual Band 1. Ring of Binding. Assume of additional spells. If I need additional spells, I shall get that. I'll probably replace the cat ring with it. I'm on the wrong side of this. I need to be over there. I need to get into that door. Alrighty, we can get over there. So that's TV shows and anime covered, with Luffy and Supernatural. So I do want to come up with something from a that's a TV show actually. So I want to come up with something from a movie series, preferably, but honestly I can't really think of one. Because thinking of movies, the ones that stick out to me most are Pitch Black and I can't even remember the name of what I'm thinking. Greatest Showman. So I love those movies. As far as movie series are concerned, probably Transformers, but I haven't seen that in a couple years. The Harry Potter series is always a big one, but I feel like that lacks the kind of impact I would like it to. Granted, it's a great series, but it's just not as well done as I would like. Like Harry not using as many spells as I would like. Granted, I'm pretty sure that's a common criticism. He only uses a couple spells, I think it's less than 10, which in 7 movies, it's very bad. Especially about wizards and wizarding school. But if I had to think of good moments from the series, I could probably do quite a few now that I consider it. I don't trust this area. So Harry Potter specifically is about the boy who lived, so Harry, naturally. And what's like kind of big about it, god damn it. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah. There we go. What's important is that Harry survives Voldemort. That in itself, just the whole everyone telling him who he is, Hagrid telling him why he's important, is a big moment, because this is the reason his parents died. It's the reason why everyone knows him, why everyone knows his name, and it's the reason everyone is around him is so like awestruck at him being there, just being around them, seeing him for the first time. Another big moment would be him going into Gryffindor, because granted, I want to talk about scenes that are big, not just aspects that lead to bigger things down the road. So, granted, you could miss out the scene with him being picked into Gryffindor, since that in itself is kind of a disappointment to me, since I think it would have been a much better story if Harry was put into Slytherin and then he kind of reformed it from the inside. He changed what it was like. He changed what it was to be a Slytherin. Granted, I reckon everyone would have been scared as all hell because he defeated Voldemort. Oh yeah, I think... Are they scared of light? I kind of want to put the light out just to see, but I'm scared. Is it because of the armor I'm wearing? I don't know why they're so scared. Usually they would just come up and attack you. What makes them so scary? They funnel in and it is terrifying. They will follow you everywhere. If I light some torches. Get away, get away. Oh no. Okay, good, good. Whew. Okay. Ah, jeez, I didn't even notice you there. Okay, we are pretty sure. Yep, I need the key for that. You get the key after the boss battle that's coming up. Just kill these idiots off. Yeah, so there's you there, and I'm pretty sure there's another one in here. No, you're an invader. Great. Forgot about you. You're definitely not going to be scared of my torch. Let's lead you this way. Yeah, okay, I do think I can use that as a big moment. So, a big moment is when Harry first uses Parseltongue, or Parselmouth, because it makes everyone kind of confused about his allegiances, because Voldemort could use Parseltongue, and Harry was feared to be essentially the next coming of Voldemort, which is natural. He defeated Voldemort. It's understandable to think you'd be scared of him. But at the same time, being scared of him is kind of wrong. But it's a great moment because there's foreshadowing in it. It can kind of cast your own kind of doubts because you're only 2 movies deep. You don't know where his future is. You don't know where he's going to end up. So it paints the picture that he could one day go evil because he defeated the Dark Lord. He has some of the same abilities as the Dark Lord. So you don't know where he's going. Granted, you probably just make the guess just based on the fact that he's the main character that he's not going to be evil. But still, the fact that it could cast some illusion into his allegiances says a big thing about the moment. And it leads into, like, foreshadows him being able to control, or at least speak Parseltongue to the Basilisk. Or at least find his way down into the chamber, because I don't think him speaking to the Basilisk does anything. Light, light, light. I think they are scared of light. Can't believe I never noticed that. Like, if I put the light out. Yep, okay, yep, here we go. Okay, this is good knowledge. I'll keep this in mind. For now, though, I need to get in here. Yep, there we go. Bowman Guntree. With your Avalyn. Double Avalons. Well, so long as I get a torch, I'll be fine. So whilst I don't think Harry Potter has as much moments as it should, considering it's a 7-movie series, I do think the movies it has are good moments. Granted, it should definitely have more, just based on who Harry is as a person. There should be more moments of him, like, doing spectacular stuff and being a spectacular wizard. Like him casting Expecto Patronum using the freaking dare was a really good moment, except for the fact of him, like, saying, I knew I could do it this time because I did it before, because it's stupid. If it was truly him before, he would have heard himself shout Expecto Patronum. He shouts it at the top of his lungs. Okay, he definitely should have been able to hear it if it was definitely him saying it before. It's what makes number 3 and the whole time turner thing kind of off-putting. Yeah, look, they scurry away from the light, from the fire. Which is good to know for what's coming up, because there's going to be a lot of spiders. Oh god, so many spiders. Yes, yes, yes! I've never been able to get any miracles or anything from you since I've never really cared about them. But now that I have, if I kill a miracle boss, I can come get some good stuff. For now though, this is why I'm here. I don't need many, just that many should do. Yep, thank you. Now I can go kill off the Rodden. And just so you're aware, I may farm said Rodden. Just to like get my health up a bit, get my stamina up a bit, just make it easier to fight, essentially. Because right now it is a pain to die so much when I have so much to do. No. The spiders should come over there, I think. Or are they scared by the light? There's also a Estus flag shard in there. I need to get that. And that's the shard. Freaking flask shard. There we go. Why are you so close to the light, my dude? You do the explodey thing. I did not think that would kill me. Book-wise, I just thought of one for a book. So, the Summoner series, when Fletcher is kind of on the volcano, he's talking with the grey or white orc. He's basically like the ruler, the shaman person, and they're talking, having a conversation. When Fletcher is kind of baiting him, the dude's trying to guess. They're trying to talk. They're trying to guess who, essentially. Well, the white orc is trying to figure out what his summon is. He's trying to guess who his demon is. He's trying to figure out who this kid is. And Fletcher's very confused because the dude has a salamander and he didn't know there was more than one. Because apparently the salamander is needed for a ritual. So Fletcher's confused. Why does he need two? And this gets the dude intrigued because he's like, how do you know about two of them? I only have one. Why are you asking why do I need two? And then freaking I forgot his name. I forgot someone's name. The salamander, I forgot his name. His salamander, Fletcher's, comes roaring out of the volcano as a drake. And he messes crap up. It is so good. And I think there's another good moment shortly after that of Fletcher flying into the abyss, essentially. Yeah, no. He flies into the abyss and all the not the drakes, but the wyverns are getting destroyed, essentially. They're getting swept up by the monsters that are down in the pit, like below the edge of the circle, like the cylinder thing. I think I would have really liked if they had like so they have like a demonology thing at the end of the books, and I have the whole summoner's handbook thing, which is the diary of a very important diary in the book series, the trilogy, and it also has all the demons at the end of it. I would have liked if they made like a drawing of what these things look like, because so far they're described as like massive tentacle looking things, and I really would have liked a drawing of them of some kind to see the kind of monstrosities they were. You're not gonna spawn full on? That was weird. I didn't like that. That rhymed too much. Full on. No? It's weird. Okay. I mean, sure. Why not? Come over here, maybe? No. Okay. Well then, I'm just going to move on. Nothing in here. Okay, good to know. This just leads back out here. So I basically just went in a giant circle, kind of. Run around you. Oh god, there's still the dude over there. Forgot about you. Luckily the spiders shouldn't mess with me, and if I stay close to this they definitely won't. Oh, my damage is not there. I need to upgrade that even more. Oh god, he has more damage than me. Well, that should be expected, actually. I don't know why I'm surprised at that. Luckily, I can stun lock him. Oh no. One more. No. down that, just in case something comes out of nowhere and hits me. Like he would have. Get away, get away, get away. You come out here. I'm gonna grab you. Very nice. And I'm just gonna run around you and get away. Alright, great doing business with you. They can't climb ladders, can they? No. Okay, good. Good. Another good moment from a movie. I do need to move on to games, because I've already listed movie, TV series, anime, and books. But I do want to mention one more movie thing if you don't want to take any of the Harry Potter ones. That being in the Resident Evil franchise in Resident Evil 1, when the Red Queen says that you're all going to die down here. It's not like a massive moment, it's not like a over the top. It's just very simple, very factual. You are all going to die down here. Like, with everything that's happened, all the zombies coming out of nowhere, you can feel it. You believe it, because so many of the people are already dead. Like, you feel that she's telling the truth. They are all going to die down there. Granted, considering who the main character is and how much she's done, you don't want to believe it. But you can't help but think that she's right. They're all going to die. And it's kind of enforced when they find the liquor, when they meet it. Well, not when they meet it, but when they see it on the monitor. They see this massive hulking beast of a lizard, kind of. A bipedal monster that grows every time it kills. Granted, they do kind of throw that kind of into question once they bring in the second movie, and the lickers there are just base lickers despite having a whole city to devour. So it's kind of weird. Then again, they don't need to evolve if they're killing off loads of civilians like really easily, because, well, they're civilians. The lickers won't have any need to evolve. But having a monster that can, you know, actively evolve itself to match new obstacles is terrifying. That instant evolution is what Saitama has, essentially, in the new manga. He can adapt and grow instantaneously. It's what Garo has, just to a lesser degree. Saitama basically has the advanced version. It's what makes him so powerful and so dangerous. He continues to grow. I'll leave this in because, whew, she is terrifying. So Losina Dan should have her Dan, because she won't be too hard. Still wrong though. Oh god, does it keep away the poison ones? Really hope the fire keeps away the poison ones, because they are horrible to deal with. They're like normal spiders, except these ones are smaller and poisonous, as you can probably guess. Yeah, let me just come over here and drink you. See, now this thing is massive and you can only do damage to its head. Nope, roll out of the way. Ah, damn, he got me. Wonder what lightning does to it. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. That was a stupid idea. That was a very stupid idea. Okay, I may have a problem. And I also need to end this episode. So we're going to fight her next time. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff, and I'll see you all later. And the reason we're going to have a problem is because I have to take my torch away to do my lightning. Oh dear lord. I'll see you all later.